Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here, guys. Man, man. It is finally freaking Friday. Thank you. Thank you. Man, we're only a couple of days away from seeing our Dallas Cowboys again, 1 o'clock kickoff. And I owe the Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals an apology because that game last night was actually really good. It got close down the end and all that, and Joe Burrow definitely is the real deal. There were some Odell Beckham Jr. sightings. Baker Mayfield actually was humming. I mean, that ball was humming. And not a lot of defense, but here was what was crazy. Myles Garrett stripped the ball from Joe Burrow, and Joe Jackson got the fumble. Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson was claimed off of our waiver wire and is now got a fumble recovery. Go figure. You know, it seems like Cowboy players go elsewhere and end up making a name for themselves somehow, somewhere. But anyway, our Dallas Cowboys, we need to get back on track this weekend against the Atlanta Falcons. And that's going to be a tall task because you've got a hell of an offensive weapon there in Julio Jones. But before we'll analyze the Atlanta Falcons on another video. Right now, we need to fix what ails the Dallas Cowboys. The one thing about Sean McVay, the whiz kid, because he looks like a little kid. He looks like a little kid, and he's a wizard. He seems to be able to expose all of the weaknesses of the Dallas Cowboys every time we play them, except for last year. Last year, we destroyed them during the regular season. But when you think back to the playoffs, the running game, he showed the soft underbelly of the Dallas Cowboys offense, and teams use that for the next year against us. And so this past week, he kind of showed, of course, all of the issues we had and exploited them. And to me, the four biggest problems that we have that Earl Thomas can't fix, because I still see people saying, all we need is Earl Thomas. Man, we get Earl Thomas, we going to the Super Bowl, man. Just get Earl, sign him. And I'm sorry, but he's not the key to end of all of our woes. But here are my four things that we have to do better with. First thing, the offensive line. The offensive line, hopefully La'el Collins will be back after the Seattle game. In the meantime, you may have to reshuffle that offensive line. We got guys in there that, they were going against the best in the best, which is Aaron Donald. But we got to show better. Now, of course, there's concern about Tyron Smith and his neck. The team's not concerned, of course, with it. Basically, Tyron Smith is a veteran that, he doesn't necessarily need to play. He knows what he needs to do. Tyrannosaurus will be fine on Sunday. Zach Martin, stud. And no, Eagles, he's not getting traded for Zach Ertz. You have lost your freaking mind. Joe Looney, if you're not going against Aaron Donald, he'll be okay. Connor Williams, I think he just needs to get back on track after having the injury. And then we have right tackle. Right tackle. We'll see if Steele is still starting there. You got to understand that was his first start. If they're restarting him, I expect him to be better than he was than the first week. when you're an undrafted rookie and you're playing your first game, it's Sunday Night Football. You might be a little nervous, So I'm not. There's not a lot that we can do other than possibly shifting the line. Maybe you put Connor Williams out at right tackle. Maybe you bring in the governor, Connor McGovern, in at guard, or maybe you take Joe Looney and you put him at guard, and you take Badass and put him at center. But you don't really want to shift I think you want to keep it consistent with your center. I don't really think you want to, but that is a possibility that the Cowboys could have. The next thing. It almost felt like we had gone back in a time machine back with Jason Garrett because we kept running on first down too many times. It was great seeing actually the Cleveland Browns last night. And I was talking, I did a little live stream. I was actually glad I did. I had fun for the first half before I handed off the baton to E2 Blue. But you could see, plain as day, how good play action works. Because there was a play, they had everybody diving. All the motion was going to the right. Nick Chubb has been chewing up yards and everything else. You had all of the flow. You had the offensive lineman blocking like it was going to be a sprint outside. Okay? And here it is. Boom. Baker Mayfield fakes the handoff and bootlegs outside. Boom. Wide open. It works. And see, the thing is when you have a back that you have to worry about, Zeke Elliott, you know, they're trying to make sure they stop you on first down, okay? They would rather have you at 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 9, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 11. We have to mix things up, and we've got to force the ball downfield more. Because once you start opening it up, once you have to worry about Michael Gallup getting down the field, then that makes the field bigger and more the defense has to defend. Pass rush. I'm not going to say that pass rush is a problem with personnel yet. I want to say that the boy wonder, the whiz kid, Sean McVay, played a game that he took it away from us. It ended up being quick hitting screens outside. It was like, okay, 1, 2, we're gone. That football was literally out of Jared Goff's hands under 2 seconds most of the time. And it means that it's just not enough time for the defensive line to chew up that ground to get to Jared Goff. The pass rush was there. You saw Alden Smith was there. D-Law had 4 pressures leading the team. It's just that you got out-coached on that one. That, and you also still have guys who may not have their complete wind in. Dontari Poe was on the PUP list for quite a bit of time during training camp and may not have that full wind in him. Everson Griffin, he only came in like 2 weeks before the end of training camp. You don't know what condition he was in before because he was not on a team. They will get into their groove, and I think they will also get more cohesive as the season goes on. These guys never played with each other before. And you think about having only D-Law, Antoine Woods, really sometimes out there. So other times you had Alden Smith, brand new to the team, Everson Griffin, Dontari Poe, and Tristan Hill as a starter. There was a lot of change, and that will take time. And the last thing would be linebackers. Oh, yeah, linebackers. Linebackers, Jalen Smith is staying on the weak side. And we have Joe Thomas that's going to be the middle linebacker. But I think Jalen Smith will be calling out the defense. We got to get better play from the linebacker. It hurts losing Van Der Esch for at least 6 weeks. But it is what it is, and it's next man up. And, I'm sure they're going to be checking the waiver wires and things to see if they can bring somebody in. But right now, there's not a whole lot out there. Most of the really good players are taken up. Now, there's so many people who are always down on my quarterback. And when I go back and think about the offensive line, I want you guys to look at this play because this was the kind of pressure that Carson Wentz last week actually melted down with. It's funny because the Eagle fans are getting salty. They're on my stream last night and stuff, and they're saying, oh, the only reason why the Washington team ended up coming back was because they had a short field. Yeah, well, they had a short field because the Washington defense took the ball away 3 times because the Eagles' offense bogged down. But when we look at this play, take a look at this. This is one of those ones because we're always hearing that Dak sucks. Put in, Andy Dalton or somebody else. This play is freaking incredible. It's insane. It's insane that there was a completion on this. Let's watch this. Okay. All right. Boom. Completion outside. Boom. Nice completion. Now, watch this again. Okay. 4-man rush. Boom. You got Zeke in here helping out. Okay. Now you see this, right? You see right here. Here's Zeke helping out. Bad position, bad position. Tyron Smith doing his thing. Okay, here. Got, tight end is helping out right there as well. All right? That should be a nice pocket. But the Rams just were able to blow it up. And look at Aaron Donald literally just picking up Zeke Elliott like he's a little kid. Okay? Look at this. Look at this. Okay, so now Tyron Smith's guy's gotten away. And here is Dak Prescott. His motion, he's in a motion. Look where Zeke is right here. Zeke is under his shoulder pads. His helmet is right in front of Dak's face. Let's keep on watching. And boom. Fires at it. Look at Dak Prescott right here. Dak's face is all look, it's like they're doing a group hug. It's a group hug, right? Look at that. It's a group hug, and here's the football right here. How the hell this pass goes off? I'm still amazed at. Look, and fires a bullet. Boom. Dead on. Dead on. Let's watch it again. This is just freaking amazing. And those who say Dak sucks, well, he has to have everything perfect. Is that freaking perfect? Are you telling me that this is perfect? Best offensive line in football? You're telling me that this any quarterback could have done? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that what? Come on, man. Come on. Let's watch it again. This is just bam, and gets knocked to the ground and throws a strike with the ball humming. Can't even step into the throw. Watch it again. Good God. Boom. Zeke literally gets picked up and thrown into the quarterback. Group hug and knocked down. Look at that. Bam. We must. Here's the thing. We must block better than that. Now, again, we're not facing Aaron Donald, who is an absolute beast and the best in the business. But if we're going to have aspirations of doing some things, we have got to do better than that on there. Shout out to Dak Prescott for even getting that ball off and not turning it over. That would have been a Carson Wentz fumble right there, Carson Wentz interception or something. You don't expect to get completions on plays like that. All right, y'all. We have our live stream tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. I hope you guys tune in for that. I got a problem. DT has just gotten in contact with me. He's been dealing with somebody who had COVID and some other issues, so he hadn't been online. He's like, I understand that I missed out on winning the Dak Prescott shirt. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I told you guys, rules are rules. Rules are rules. But I told you guys that, hey, you got to get in touch with me and everything else. I think I'm going to send him something else as a prize, sorry. But I'll leave it up to you. What do you guys think? Should I Dak Prescott to DT and change the rules, or do I send him something else? And I'll let the island decide. All right, I'll see you guys later.